All right, GDP came in surprisingly weak for Q4. It was only 1.4% at an annual rate after 4.4 in Q3 and 3.8 in Q2. So the year is still over 2%, but the shutdown was worse than people thought. And now just one more editorial thing. Private sales, private domestic final sales, which in some sense is core GDP, was 2.4%. A little bit less than it has been. Anyway, somebody that follows this a lot better than I do, Mohamed El-Erian, Allianz chief economic advisor. What do you make of it, Mohamed?
Very surprising. It was inconsistent with almost every other data point we received. So people are trying to figure out what happened. Clearly, the government detracted with the shutdown from GDP growth. But also the puzzle is private consumption. People expected higher than 2.4%. So people are scratching their head, and the expectation is some of it will come back in the first quarter.
I don't believe, as I said to you off camera, I actually don't believe anything comes out of the fourth quarter. I mean, whole chunks of October and November really aren't fully reported yet. But here's the thing. Going forward, you look at the January numbers and other numbers, including the stock market, but you look at what's doing. Production is rising, manufacturing rising, business CapEx investment is rising, durable goods orders and shipments are rising. I mean, it has boom-like features out there, doesn't it?
It does. It feels like a 4% economy.
Yes, that's right.
That's what it feels like.
Which is a huge number.
It is a huge number. When you think Europe is at 1.2, the UK is at 1, we're at 4 times where they are. So it is a huge number. As you know, I remain worried about the employment side and this decoupling of growth from employment. But GDP growth between consumption and all the investment spending we're getting, it's promising not only for now, but for later, because a lot of that investment spending will enhance productivity.
Well, enhanced productivity boom going on. You got your business tax cuts, you got your deregulation. That stuff's kicking in slowly. Energy will come down more. I mean, you got a little wiggle in energy because of Iran, but once that's taken care of, I think those prices come down much more. Stock market has been strong. Profits are very strong. I mean, these are, for 2026, if you get 4% growth, I mean, let's see, the unemployment rate dropped to 4.3%.
Sure.
All right, it can come down more, can it?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on the supply side as well, not just the demand side. The one thing I didn't like is the uncertainty created by today's Supreme Court judgment. I'm not speaking to the legal issues, but I'm saying if that's going to be a legal finding, you have a moral obligation to also speak to what happens to the refunds.
But they didn't.
They didn't.
They didn't. They're pathetic. I'm sorry. They are. I'm going to say it. They're pathetic. They cut and ran.
So at the macro level, I'm with you. We're going to have the same amount of tariffs, just a different legal authority being employed. But at the micro level, the impact on companies and sectors may be different.
But I don't know how this is going to be resolved. And you're right. They left this hanging. So there are going to be lawsuits and God knows what. But on the other hand, you should talk to professionals in the Treasury. They can get that money out if they want to. They can get it out very fast. I mean, in 2020, we put a couple $1 trillion of COVID assistance out in just 6, 7, 8 weeks. Bang, bang, bang. They can do the same thing here. That's not the issue. Is what to do, or what's going to happen, what the laws are going to do, or what the courts are going to do. The lower courts. I've never seen anything so goofy. They should have just let. Nothing's going to change. He's still going to go on with his reciprocity trade policy, which I personally favor very much. I don't know what your view is, but I'm saying the tariffs are not going to change, right? He's going to go right back at it with 301s and 232s, and he's already starting. I mean, is that a stock market issue, or you think it's a GDP issue? I don't think it's going to affect any of that.
So I don't think it affects GDP in a major way. I don't think it affects the stock market. I think it affects the composition of GDP and the composition of the stock market. It will be different among different companies. I was on actually a corporate call when the judgment came out. And the first question was, are we going to get a refund? Then the next question is, clearly we're going to have another sort of tariff. Now, we are involved in many countries. Will those tariffs be applied? We had certainty before. Now we have uncertainty when it comes to individual country and individual companies.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because the argument a year ago, or a Liberation Day, was, oh my God, how it's uncertain. We don't know what he's going to do. But then it settled down, And now you're saying the uncertainty may crop back in. Which is it?
So American business is incredibly agile and adaptable.
Yeah.
Tell us what the landscape looks like, and we will optimize.
Well, he's going to make good deals, I think. I mean, he's bringing down barriers all over the world.
So I think you put it really well in the beginning when you said tariffs is an instrument to get something better.
Yes.
It's a negotiating instrument.
That's what
it's not an end in itself. It's a means to an end.
Listen, I've spoken to him so many times about this. You know what? Reciprocity to him, if we can bring all those barriers down to almost zero, he'd be he's a theoretical free trader. Bring down the tariff barriers, bring down the non-tariff barriers, bring down the government subsidies. He'd love that.
Right.
He's almost a free trader.
Treat us equally.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
That's all the guys ever wanted. And sometimes, you use carrots and you use sticks.
Correct.
Mohamed El-Erian.